G'day guys, welcome to the review show and just a racing show for the 12th of August from Flemington.
Beautiful day, wasn't it?
We had a fat day. Cheers.
Cheers.
Both our staking plans had a win. Mine not a massive win, but still a win. Turned out a bit of money. Didn't lose any, made a bit.
Rebound day for mine, big
and
win.
And our Mounting Yard mail was red hot. How fat was it? I can tell you how fat it was.
We were ready to go home halfway through the card. It was that fat already.
I only just went home and checked in and said, Dale, we're off. We're going now Holton. I've been out in the snow for 2 days.
Well, it was perfect because the Melbourne supporters had to come back on the Sunday to see their team play, so you got perfect time on the Sunday.
Monday was good up there.
Yeah.
Beautiful conditions. Paid for everything in cash. It was the best.
Good luck.
Absolute best.
I went to work on Monday, sorry.
Nah, I don't work. Normally have days like that. Should we rip into it?
Yeah, race one, losing race for me. Look,
what do we make of Nistan?
So I think it's 1200 metre horse, and I think it needs a stronger tempo.
That's cost me a fat result on my staking plan.
Yeah.
I had it to place into Masters Effort to place into Sovereign Nation to win.
Yeah.
Fucking disappointed with
Look,
that. It didn't parade horrible.
Looked fine in the yard. Yeah. Like they've
we got this race wrong from the yard.
I'll just give you the sectionals. So second slowest first 400 of the day. Sorry, second slowest 1400 metre race of the day, but the fastest first 400 run, interestingly. So they've done it early, and that must have got the horse undone, that it just doesn't have that early tempo or something. So then there was an anchor drop mid-race, and that kind of just set it up for the swoopers in sheer madness and them. Molk, the anchor drop just killed it.
One thing I will say, though, is that young jockey's very underrated.
Which one?
Ethan Brown.
Haven't seen enough to comment, but
I think he's underrated.
You know, win like that's a good win. Sky Punch, horrible in the yard. I think you can probably forgive. I think it was an okay run. Perugia and Molk, just the anchor drop didn't help. Regal Embrace, lame.
Yeah, I think it's a race we've got to be really careful of.
Yeah, I agree.
Form-wise, which we don't pay heaps to anyway. But
yeah, it's not in these grades anyway.
Yeah. So race 2, fat result. This is where we sort of started to get our shit together and started to really have a big day.
So your mate Orlando Jr. EIPH. This is probably the 6th or 7th time it's had it, and it pulled up lame. 7 horses on the card pulled up lame. Good 4 start of the day. How's that happen?
I think it's just pure coincidence.
Oh, I've never seen 7 on a card, even on a firm track
condition. Has someone said that?
No, I'm not saying it's track condition either. I actually think the track was beautiful. I would, if anything, I'd praise the track condition, but I just don't understand how you get 7 horses pulling up lame. And I have a feeling it's mild lameness, not severe lameness. Like you look at horses later in the day that ran 4th, ran 3rd, and still pulled up lame. You know.
No, great result for us. Going forward, we'll just wait and see again. I don't take much out of these.
Oh, tell you what though, Crafty Cruiser looked great in the yard. Run a massive 3rd.
Yeah,
well, we found it in our numbers in the top 4. You know.
Yeah, that's true. But still, like you never know. Like there's going to be good horses coming back into these sort of races.
Definitely, I think Masters Effort found the race that it wanted to win.
Yeah.
I think it's still a really good horse, but does it have? I think it's got the fitness on its side for one more run. I'll put it there. And I think Kilimanjaro in similar grade, maybe up in distance. I don't know. I'm not sure what to do with that horse.
All right, race 3. We almost declared it a moral. We sort of did on the show.
Pretty much as close as I'll go to saying fucking moral.
Pissed in. Paraded. No, not perfect, but the best by a bit.
Yeah.
It's quite an average bunch from the yard here, and it is pissed in.
They didn't go fast
right
early.
Up for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I think that the horse to follow is the winner and Tally, who didn't parade it near its top as a big run. I think it'll go well going forward.
I'd say Onerous got the, you know.
I think Onerous is like just a tease.
I think the sectionals were wrong for it. They ran the slowest first 200 of the day over 1400 metres and just set it up for the best horse in the race in Sovereign Nation, who ran a 22:02 final 400.
Yeah,
you know.
Well, the thing is, I was kept fresh for that. So what do we do if it backs up in 2 or 3 weeks?
That's a query, and it doesn't normally back up that well, in my opinion, just from what I've seen in the past. So I want to see it fresh.
Yeah, race 4. On top from the yard, another winner. This is big.
So I think we agreed on this in the yard significantly. So I'm still learning, but
which wasn't the way I wanted to go.
Yeah,
before the race.
Me too.
On form.
I had it in my top ones, but I'm very wary of horses in the past. I normally go, oh, it got its win. But when you look back at at how it won last start, damn good win, and it trained on from it.
Yeah, and I think it's pretty obvious, but the Wallace stable down here has lifted.
Yeah, definitely.
It needs to be respected.
Portion Control doesn't want Flemington, doesn't see out a final 500 metre sprint, wants Caulfield, we already know that. Ryder, given little chance, pulled up lame, but still ran very well from the back, so that's one of those ones that pulled up lame. Cosmic Lights, do you want to...
Yeah, well, this is a bit of a disgrace, really.
Yeah, shouldn't be running.
There's massive question marks on it for us, and for I'm sure most punters.
We said it in the preview.
It's well on the market after last week where it just sat down in the yard. It backs up a week later, doesn't parade, goes straight out, drifts dramatically on Betfair, and runs like a busted. And in the stewards report, there's nothing really done about it.
Well, because the vet didn't see it get legged up.
In Sydney, 2 horses tried to save ground and find the best part of the straight.
Yeah.
Didn't get. They were ridden for luck, so it doesn't mean they're going to get it. They didn't get the luck, and there's a big inquiry into it by the stewards. Yeah. What happened in Sydney, I think, was normal.
Yeah,
correct. Nothing wrong with it. If you back those horses, your chance of that what happened would happen. This is starting to look a bit crook. It might not be crook, but there just needs to be a thorough investigation that's publicised, so we all go, oh, that's what happened. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Before, on the previous show, I was nervous about even betting into the race because of this horse.
I told you, number one thing, I'm betting around it, because I know that horse is not going to be right. I'm not a vet.
Yeah.
It's kind of like saying, I'm not a doctor, but...
You're right, but
and then you see the shady legging up away from the public eye, and...
Yeah, it's not a good look. It just needs to be dealt with thoroughly and publicly so that it doesn't look bad.
Yeah, and we're not actually...
I'm not accusing the trainer or anyone doing anything wrong, but it just doesn't look good.
You had to take it on from everything that we saw.
If we had a 1, geez.
Yeah, I would have been, I would have been saying, well, I got that wrong.
Anyway, we did win. So
we did.
Play on. We were fat here. We don't know what we were doing.
I think we had first 2 from the yard as well. So
yeah, we were fine.
Yeah.
Race 5. Hayes' favourite. This was a good, really good. I don't think it was near its top in the yard. Either did you?
No, nowhere near.
And I don't like Swampland at all as a horse. And it paraded comfortably ahead of every horse in this race to the factors that I look for and you look for now.
Yeah.
And pissed in.
We looked at each other, we said Swampland. We looked at the other pros.
Like, if you didn't like Swampland, I probably wouldn't even put it on top, because that's how I think it's... I'm not a big fan of
I had it on top in the race, and I was just... I wasn't really that keen on betting in the race. Yeah. When I saw Samovar and I saw Swampland, I said, I'm having a nice, juicy bet.
And I thought, Rachel average, need to see it again.
Yeah.
But this is when this won, I was like, oh, fucking hell.
That's the thing with Rachel. I'm pretty sure it was one of those ones which they've just shorn the code again. Like those ones you just can't...
It was.
You can't tell much from their code, and... I've got the thing of I think they don't run well when that's happened, but anyway.
So Samovar, short SP, didn't parade well, really keen to follow it.
It'll jump forward. 340, probably about $1 over what it should next time, I'd say.
Yeah, exactly right.
Phoenix Park bled both nostrils, not much to say about it.
Race 6.
So this is Waller striking again. It is Waller, isn't it?
Yep.
So Wanker, as the owners, I believe, yelled its name as, because... Everyone you just call this horse Wanker from now on. Wanker's the name, but just call it Wanker. It's much more fun. Once again, pretty much close to on top in the yard. So
I thought Sir Sagamore paraded the best, and I thought it was given a horrible ride.
So pulled up lame, travelled 10 more metres in the race than any other horse, 16 more metres than the winner.
Well, there you go.
16.
I just sort of found he held it when it wanted to go, and lost lengths, and just. You can't do that and win at that sort of SP.
Invicta Domina back to Moonee Valley or Caulfield next start wins.
Yeah, paraded well. But Sir Sagamore from this race I want to follow. Yeah. Hopefully he can hold that sort of fitness. And
how did we not win on Mr. Optimistic back in country grade last start? Like that was a massive run on the weekend. It ran massive the previous week and just got too far back.
It likely needs a hot pace. Or a more
it got it, but they just let them get 7 metres away in the bloody country. Still
Knowable, I backed it on my staking plan. Don't know what to do with it. I think it might be might not have come up.
I'm pretty sure I remember we didn't exactly like it from the yard that much, and I don't think it's a quality horse personally. But it's my swampland.
Yeah.
I'm happy to take it on anytime.
Race 7, we lost on this race.
Yep.
Got this wrong. I didn't think Haydock was there.
Never. It looked fine, but it didn't.
But not.
It didn't say, "Hey, I'm fit 1200 meters, Group 3, in a decent time."
I think it's going to have a big prep. I think Grand Rosso is going to have a big prep. It'll be the one that you can sort of get a price about. One thing that kind of pissed me off that I normally do this and I didn't. Haydock had the least days between runs of like the sort of genuine Group 1 horses here, group horses.
Yeah.
They often win these races.
So what
talked about this. I might have even said this on the previous show.
You probably did.
But I didn't back it.
So
often they get that first up win.
First 4 home, what barriers?
Outside.
Outside 4. On Potts' show, said if there's the smart ones, they're getting to the outside, getting that spot, and that's what they did. And the stupid ones gave their horses 0 chance.
So I think Grand Rosso and maybe Snitson are the two that I want to follow other than Haydock. I'm a Star was good. I think can go back to Mares.
I think Canny Essent was the unlucky run in the race. Just it was a length off them with 200 metres to go.
It's flying at the moment.
It was a length off. It should have won. I'm just going to say it. Canny Essent should have won if it was ridden.
Well, Luke Curry can ride.
Yeah, he took him at the right time. Just didn't get there in enough time. Not saying that he was a moral beaten or anything like that. But clearly the best run of the race.
Yep. All right, race 8.
Whew. Crocodile Rock. Big spruik for the Melbourne Cup. 2,000 metres. Didn't exactly parade as the 100% fit horse as you expected.
Yeah.
As we all expected. And look, I thought it ran an okay race, but getting beaten by Electric Fusion to the line's a bit of an issue going towards
that horse is really going well.
Yeah, I've actually noted and said, to be fair, Electric Fusion's last run legit. I
was disappointed with Hardington.
Yeah.
Thought it paraded pretty well.
Slow recovery.
Liked it before the race. So it was you didn't want to be on it after it left. After I'd sent our stuff out, you didn't want to be on it.
Yeah.
It mucked up behind the stalls. Jumped slow away.
Did everything wrong.
Yeah.
Dollar for dollar. Can't get any luck with that horse, can it? I reckon when it goes back to Morfettville, I just want to be on it next start. It'll start $3-4 and it'll just win by 2.
And how good's Award?
Well, I was
Elward
on the drive in, heard on the radio Waller was saying, "Oh yeah, this Elward thing can win 3 or 4 races during the spring." I was thinking, geez, that's a fair rap on a horse.
Put him away pretty.
$100 for the Caulfield Cup at TAB. I've just had a little.
This bloke's gonna have 24 runners, all at overs, aren't you?
Of course, it's already in the 50s. I only put $50 on, so I didn't, just stab it out. But on that run,
it's a big run. I thought it was probably run of the day almost.
I would say it looked really good in the yard in terms of everything that you look for in a horse, but I don't think its fitness was 100% there either. I think
it's definitely got room to move.
So I know it's taking a bit of a stab in the dark, but it's going to get in with like 52, 53 in a Caulfield Cup. With that turn of foot, I'm happy to take any horse like that. Jeez.
All right, anything else this race? I'm done here this race. Race 9, what a way to finish.
1,000-metre race, BM90. Started absolutely pissing down just as we sent through the yard mail.
Yeah.
Everyone started to walk off.
34 days between wins.
Yeah.
Old Sunday Escape.
Mate, you ran for cover.
Fucking oath.
I was the only one on the rail at 300 metre, and I tell you what, as Sunday Escapes come past, he's just fucking holding it. I'm like, that thing's fucking winning.
Moral. I only just won.
Well, so Savannah almost like...
I was up and gone. Shit.
I was doing the whip. Won't lie.
Great ride done. Great result.
$12.
Fuck, it was huge, yeah.
Landed, so...
It was so fat.
Landed a massive multi, which I forgot about until we got halfway to the car. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Arujo went well.
Extremely well.
Cheeky little thing.
Yeah. And Playmaster as well.
Runson flat. I don't think the rain's got much to do with this race.
No.
Sosa Bon was enormous, but they were like stopping. But fuck, it was a big run.
big run, but what the hell do you do with the horse? So I think we've already had a question on this anyway for later, but...
I think it was by my man, the Sydney Mounting Yard.
Yeah. Like, it's a 2400... It ended last prep at 2,400 metres and ran well. You know, you just go, what the hell do you do with this horse? Where's it heading?
I think you have to respect it wherever it goes next start, because that was an enormous run.
Yeah, I agree on that.
And I don't think it was near ready in the yard.
Still, I thought it was okay, but yeah, but I agree with what you're saying.
Wound right up.
Yeah, it didn't look horrible. Yeah.
Have you had a look at Saturday's card?
My boy, Ripping the Spares there. That's all I want to know.
Abilities there. It is a fat card.
Are we're going to double this, right? Like, it's going to be an ability Ripping the Spare double, and we're just kidding the town.
Yeah, I'm happy to do that.
Yep, done.
Your horse is going well.
It's fine. It's group horse. I'm telling you right now.
Let's get into these questions.
Horse to follow from the card.
Horse to follow.
I got, as usual. So I'm going to start with the biggest horse to follow, not from Flemington, Tom Melbourne. No. I'm livid that my fours. The fours was the biggest. Nah. Tom Melbourne was just...
Are you going to back that milk drinker at what price next time?
I thought fours was the right price in that race. I thought there was only one shot to beat it in Washington Heights.
Which would have beaten it?
I think you put those two side by side. Tom Melbourne's got so much class.
Washington Heights.
He's turned it around. Animal. He's turned it around. Those trials were legit from Tom Melbourne, and he proved it on the weekend.
Well, speaking of Sydney, because some of them are going to start coming to Melbourne, Minari is a bull.
Yeah. But
everyone
what did it beat?
It pissed him. Okay. It's a group horse. So's that I beat.
I'm not saying it's not a group horse. I'm just everyone's saying it's going to win like the Guineas or whatever it goes to, or the Golden Rose or whatever.
Yeah, they go to Golden Rose.
Tom Melbourne's got a decent. I think they're going like Metrop or something like that. I think that's a Epsom Metrop. I don't know, but that's a legit race for it to go to because it's always a second class.
I'll lose on
group race.
If it wins, I'll lose.
Well, if I'm have a look at the futures. If I get $20 for it right now, I'm happy to have a shot.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm not a futures man as much as you are.
That's true.
I've got to start getting to it, I think,
though. Other horses follow Swampland, Sir Sagamore, if it's not... lameness is an issue. Sovereign Nation Fresh, and Elwood, as I said, $100 Caulfield Cup.
Elwood, Sosabon, and Sovereign Nation for me, off the top of my head. I can't really remember, so I'm just making them up right now. But they were all big runs and not perfect from the yard, which is something that I'll look for if I want to follow a horse. What have we got? Race 2, race 3. I wouldn't sack Invictum Domina.
Yeah. We've got Mooney Valley in 2 weeks.
I think Grand Rosso's going quite well. Might have a sort of good prep.
Yeah.
And you get that sort of good prices about it.
Well, Grand Rosso's a horse they don't back. Yeah. I don't know why, they just don't back it ever.
That's all I got to follow.
Cool. So yeah, Rob
Scurry, my man.
Sprinter, Miler or Stayer. Caulfield Group 1 handicaps like Rupert Clark or Turak seem possible.
Saturday's run, it's a miler. Yeah. But we'll find out.
He knows what to do with these types. I mean, you look at what was the one that he had that went all the way to the Derby after going from 1200 to 14 to 16 to so on.
Lansky?
Yeah, that's the one. It seems that type of horse.
Yeah.
Ability versus Haydock and the Memsey. Who wins? Do they both go the Memsey?
Yeah, I don't know if they both go there. I'll just wait and see how they parade. But Ability is my boy at the moment.
Can we get an early Caulfield Melbourne Cup tip? So
I think Hartnell might win the Caulfield Cup.
$17. I'm on for $2.50 at the moment. That's my futures.
I wouldn't recommend taking early prices.
I'm happy to with Hartnell. I know that's where they're going. It's been confirmed.
Okay, maybe with Hartnell, but I don't have enough experience in playing futures markets to tell you what to do.
So Admire Deuce, who I thought was a really good shot in the Caulfield Cup, now been bought out by not OTI, but one of the others. I think Darren Dancers or whatever. So we're going to be trained by Weir now. But they're solely, I think, going to Melbourne
Australian Bloodstock?
Yeah, that's one.
So you pay a price for those silks, though?
Yeah. Oh, but that's what I'm betting now, before they completely screw it. $26 for Melbourne Cup. More than happy to play it there. Horse I want to see...
I've no idea about Melbourne Cup, or really care, to be honest. I just want to bet lot tomorrow at Sandown.
I like building a book for those. So
I think Sandown tomorrow from the yard's going to be fat.
Yeah. Well, you're going to be sending it out to the members?
No, I don't know how to. I might tweet some stuff out.
Yeah. Chuck some free stuff out, I reckon.
If I head out and I can be bothered, or not can be bothered if it's not a hassle.
Yeah. Well, it is a hassle sometimes, so yeah. I agree on that.
I'm there to make money.
And yeah, Albert from Japan, once you get the confirmation it's coming out, you need that confirmation. You need the confirmation. And same with Order of St. George. If we actually know it's boarded a bloody plane this time.
Well, one thing I was going to say is on my way back from the snow, which was awesome, I'm going to do it more often, I listened to Vince Accardi and Ralphie's podcast. Excellent. Darren Potter and
DK.
That guy seems like a fucking legend.
Yeah.
He has a really great story.
Not as good as Glenn's, probably.
Oh, he's no one's in the same level as the Glenn stuff. Did we talk about that poker story?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Fucking hell.
I released it.
Then I watched the Racing Rant, which is the #1 show in
Sydney.
Online
in
racing.
Sydney.
Oh, yeah. No. They're my boys.
Yeah.
So someone wrote in and said, 60 seconds after that poker story started, I tuned out. Stick to the racing. And he's like, well, mate, you can fuck off.
Yeah. I did like that. I'm like that.
And RSN this morning had a show with Matt Welsh, who we've had on our show. Dean Lester, who's a gun, the godfather of form in Melbourne. Dan O'Sullivan, who I don't really understand what he does, but very interesting and insightful stuff. And we get a lot of questions about where should we start and what do you look for, and I'm always watching and listening to everything I can, because you never stop learning and getting a little edge. And you might get you might think that a run was really big on the weekend, and Vince Accardi's stuff might back that up, or Mark Lambourne might say something off the cuff that's a really good insight and a really good little pearl to help you do form. Every
Darren
show,
Potter's a prime example on the weekend, saying, "Hey, outside rail." So in that first sprint race, when were they going to screw it up? They were going to screw it up on the first sprint race and the outside runners. So if you're on an outside runner, that's who you wanted to be on.
I'd like to meet Potts.
Yeah.
We've emailed you, big boy. Get back to us. We're not bad blokes.
I did meet Potts on the Caulfield track.
Well, I'm yet to.
I'll probably see him again this weekend because I'll.
And there's also there's good stuff on racing.com now.
Yeah,
some
they're tracker starter.
Talented people. That thing Shane Anderson shared on Saturday night at Tracker Starter.
Yeah.
That's gold for if you aren't buying, can't afford to buy, not worth buying like Vince's stuff. Well, Tracker stuff's a great place to start to build a little database and go from there.
I would have never thought Sir Sagamore did 16 metres more than the winner in that race, just an example from looking, but...
Yeah, I was driving up to the snow on Saturday night and I saw it.
Yeah.
It's gold.
It didn't make you feel any better after smashing it. That was 36s into 20s. They had a good go.
In the last little minute.
Last 2 minutes, yeah. I got 34s. Ouch.
Yeah. Anyway, that was fucking torture, wasn't it?
Ugh.
How's how you can have as fat a day as we had and you're still...
Oh yeah, there's always... I mean, you talk to a poker player will be up $1,000 in the night and they'll go, oh, but you should have seen this bad beat I took.
Yeah.
It's nature, you know.
What I'll try and do is when we share this video tonight, I'll tag on Twitter some of these people so you can click on them and find their stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's all great. The RSN show this morning, Felgate's not like... He's got big shoes to fill. Like Shane Anderson, he taught me racing.
Yeah.
By his guests and his opinions, and that's how I cut my teeth, kind of thing. Big shoes to fill for Felgate.
Huge.
And he's not like a purebred racing guy.
I think he's.
But he's got his shits together. You know, he knows what people want to hear.
Yeah.
The stuff he had on this morning was really, really insightful, and I really enjoyed listening to it.
You got on there, I reckon.
Yeah, I tweeted in.
I
actually didn't listen. I listened to it this afternoon via the podcast.
I haven't listened to the podcast yet. I've had meetings and stuff that I had to go into and out of. So
I want people to start talking. The influential people to start talking about Betfair.
Yeah.
Because it's the most important thing to my punting, and I think to everyone else's.
Well, it's.
I think everyone who wants to get into gambling needs to have a Betfair account.
Yeah. Well, just getting on gambling and shit's happening in Australia. The law that came in last week has effectively banned online poker in Australia. After we've had legalised poker for 10 plus years in Australia, they've slipped in these rules, which has just basically ruined the poker scene.
Well, that's that thing I read and shared.
Yeah.
That's a joke.
Oh, it's an absolute
We've got
travesty.
a Kiwi Deputy Prime Minister right now. Do you know that?
I wrote about that for something else. That was a job, but
see the photo of him on with the Maori face tag.
Yeah, no, it's funny. I guess I'm more of a liberal than most people. So.
I think that the talent pool for politicians is obviously incredibly low.
Yeah, and we can't afford to do what we're doing.
That little pool any more than it already is.
That's what I wrote.
I think Barnaby's.
That's what I wrote this morning. And did you know the figures say 40 to 50% of Australians would not be eligible unless they gave up a second citizenship to actually enter Parliament. That's how many actually have it.
Yeah.
And most don't know. Yeah. So I'm sure most people with New Zealand dad who generally probably wouldn't have known that.
Well, yeah. I could go on, but I won't.
Yeah. I'm not defending him, by the way.
Enough about marriage equality last week.
Let me quickly say, enough of defending him as well. These guys should actually know the fucking rules when they go in as well.
As if they don't.
That's the thing, they should. A lot of them do get rid of it.
You watch them if they go. If you were a citizen of, like, say for Barnaby, you're no longer entitled to the politician's pension. You watch how quickly they fucking run something through the Senate and change that law.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, back to racing, back to the viewer questions. What do we got, Drew?
Not too many, pretty thin. Have you guys in the past done a show on some of the things you look in the yard for?
Most of those things are
trade secrets.
Trade secrets that I've been taught by other people who it's not my. I'm not in the position to share them.
I would simply say there's a lot of information online. If you look online, you will find a fair edge, is what I would say. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah, but if you buy our stuff and like I'll text you and I'll talk to you, and if you come on track and ask questions, we'll talk to you. But I'm not gonna just give it out over the internet.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah.
Well, you're selling a product, you can't.
Yeah,
really
but it's
just give it
also
away.
it's been passed on to me.
Yeah. That's fair enough.
So it's not my right to brag about it and pass it on to other people.
Mounting Yard Mail, $33. How many sign-ups did we get by last minute on Saturday? I reckon there was about 4 or 5 who jumped on. Yeah.
God bless them. And how happy were they?
The SMS later.
It's awesome hearing from people getting on.
And I would just say the last 2 weeks I've had people come up to me on the track and just want to chat and say hi. Always welcome to do it between races, so I'm there at every meeting Saturday.
Never in the yard, though. Never when the yard's on.
Of course. Just after the races is what I'm saying. You know,
yep.
Race is done, just come say hi.
You want to take us for a beer? I'm happy for that.
Yeah. Even if we're having a bad one.
Alright, any excuse for my horse today? So I had a horse today run at Newcastle on the Beaumont track.
How much did you have on?
Oh, not enough to upset me.
I had too much on it to upset me.
What price did you get it drifted?
Yeah, I took.
It was off. It paraded poorly, and then it shit itself in the yard. I did not like the ride.
Yeah, I thought it was gone within the first 200 metres.
You know now what I hate. I hate when they snag them.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he's trying to push
it. It's a 6-horse race.
Let the horse roll.
It's like a 6-horse race.
But the horse wouldn't have won.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's not happy. So she was freshened for that. I don't know. Likely, I think she'll go out and spell again. But I think she's talented. If you watch her run in the Magic Millions last year, 3-year-old maiden race, it's fucking enormous. Yeah. So she's got ability. She's bred well. She's Bomb Daglidoro out of the same mum as Savaro, who's a Group 3 winner.
Yeah.
So the page is there. Just got to try and get her to get some wins on the board.
Sometimes you just can't get them to turn up or run. I mean, you haven't seen the run of mine, and I'll show you after this.
She'll improve, I think, with age. So there's no rush. Yeah. But I tell you what, I've got another one. The one I bought with Racing Rand.
Yeah.
The first sort of horse I bought solo. The reports are good. Stay tuned.
We're going to share the name later, or
no, we're not. Not until I've got. And I've just got this from Inglis. So Drew and I will be having a quick look through this. Might be finding a little cheap one here to have a little run around with if you're interested.
Yeah, it might call it Hawkins.
We want it to fucking win races.
Well played.
Yeah. Anyway, if you're interested, let us know.
Yeah. Interesting.
Any other questions? I reckon that's it because I only just posted it.
Yeah, no, nothing really much tonight.
You got anything for tomorrow?
Honestly, I haven't even had a look.
Oh, I haven't. I've had a look, but I haven't got anything yet. But I'll be out there hopefully. I might post some stuff on Twitter if I get time.
I would just point out there's a nice promo that's just started with
Actually, no, there was a question about when do we start doing form.
Okay, get down to it. I'll quickly do this. William Hill, so this isn't a paid sponsorship thing, just generally putting it out there because it's a damn good promo. If you chuck $10 on and click the promos page, chuck $10 on anything every day, they're giving away about enough frequent flyer points with Virgin. Every day they're giving 10 lots of them that'll get you to England and back, and then also to LA and back. Every day. And I reckon it'll be underfilled. Just have a look into it. It's worth getting on.
I don't know if I condone that.
What?
Just despise William Hill.
Yeah, but that's why you want to just... I'm putting a $10 on a dollar one shot. Because literally I'm limited to $20, so it's perfect.
I thought there was a question about when do we do form for a Saturday race, and like if we find value. And
do you want me to take that first, or?
Well, I know I got what I do. I'll have horses to follow, like what we've talked about on the show. It's in a database I use, and if they are nominated and they're in on a Wednesday and the prices go up, and I like the price, I'll then investigate that race, and I might take the price, but it's hard to get much on. But I might send it out to the guys that buy my stuff, my stacking plants.
Prescott at 31s?
Yeah, like things like Prescott at 31s, and horses I want to back next start, pending the race is okay for it.
Yeah.
And I'll do that on a Wednesday afternoon or a Wednesday morning. I'll have a look on Tuesday at Riser for the noms.
Yeah. I try not to bias myself I would do my first run of form with video watching, speed maps and everything Wednesday afternoon all the way till about midnight. Generally speaking, I'll have 7 of the 9 races done by the time I go to bed. If there's something that's got value, and generally speaking, I'm doing the races that I'm keenest on first, so I kind of look at the horse and I go, okay.
We've still got a couple minutes to go.
Yeah.
They were asking this on that RSN show this morning. How do you do your form? What's the sort of steps you go through?
So I pull up punters to start with to just get a basis on what they think the speed map's going to be, because I think that's generally they're pretty right in terms of what they do. I'll then pull up my Sky form, so I've got it linked in every one of my articles in the little tools area, just a little link to the Sky form that no one uses but I use.
Yep.
Because I can pull up, pull down and stuff on all the runners.
Yep.
I'll have a look at the form. I'll then look at some videos, and I'll also do my own speed map, so what I think maybe is going to happen compared to what punters think. Yep. And their tool lets you pull them back and forth and stuff, so it's fine. And then generally I'll just go through the form. I'll go, this horse is I'll try and get down to 3 or 4 that I think are the main chances.
Yep.
Try and find who I think the horse is that's the best value in the race as well, so I've also done a bit of pricing. I'm not the type of person that'll go, this horse is $4, this horse is $6, and actually make 100% market. That's not the way I do it. I do perceived value. I generally in my head know, as an example, I've already written down, okay, I've had a look at one race. Ribbon Despair is going to be going around on Saturday. I've already looked at the race and said on that depth, from my perceived value, I need $5 or more to be even considering a bet on it.
Yep.
And if it's under that, I can't bet it. And that's generally what happens. Samovar was a prime example. I liked the horse, but
it's too short.
It was too short. And we said that on the show. It was way too short. And I think price is the end factor of after how it maps, how you think it's going to be advantaged. There's a lot of factors. I would say there's 10, 15 factors what you're looking for, including ground, wind, track bias, you just name it. They keep going. Jockeys really important at the moment, especially with the apprentices. They're just something you've got to miss. Some seniors that I think just have bad patterns, and some trainers that if they draw wide barriers, they go back. You got
a lot in that.
Yeah.
I'll essentially have horses I do much more of reviews than I do previews. And when I find a horse I like to back, like say it's Sosabon, then I'll go and investigate that race. I do a map. I use Ratings to Win at the moment. I've just started using that. I'll do my own map off that. If it ticks that box, then I'll go to the next step. Then I go to the next step. And I'll only have started this if I think in my head that the price is a bet. If it ticks the boxes.
Yeah.
And then if it ticks every box, I'll bet. And then if I think there's 2 or 3 other chances, I'll back the other 3 horses in the race to break even or a small win. So I'll investigate and find 3 or 4 races on the card. Like I bet into 3 races pre-races on Saturday, and I'll back a few. Like I want a big result on this thing, a good result on that, and a chop out on those 2. So when I think they're the main chances in the race, that's when I'll bet.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll just watch them go. And I rarely these days do the form for a race if I don't want to back a certain horse in the race before I start doing the form.
Yeah.
And I often will then turn, like say I wanted to back Sosa Bond.
Yeah.
Once I investigate it, I might think another horse has a better chance and bet harder.
Yeah, agreed. I would just point out
I just do think that when you're starting, you do form in every race. Keep data on what you got right, what you got wrong, how can you change, watch other shows, learn. Alright, that's 34. We'll do.
Yep, just quickly I'd add in larger fields. It's very rare I'll ever bet into them because I think, generally speaking, unless I can find a race where I can only see 3 to 4 chances maximum that can win, I'm really looking for 2 to 3 chances in a race. That's really key for what I do. And just that Flemington last race that we bet into, I had it as one of my best on the card to back Sunday Escape and Rocket Tommy. I only had 5 chances in that race that I thought were legit chances to beat Sunday Escape and Rocket Tommy at their best. So at the prices I said on the previous show, Sunday Escape $12, it should be single figures. Yeah. You just gotta, sometimes you do have to bet into them.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't want to, because Master Zephyr, I only thought there was really 1 chance to beat me. And Sovereign Nation, I actually didn't really, I thought maybe 1 or 2 chances. So
I think the bigger the field, the better jockey you need.
Yeah, correct. Agree on that.
Cool. Alright guys, hope you have a good week.
And we'll see you for the preview show on Thursday.
Yep. Thursday. For the fattest meeting in a long time at Caulfield, and I cannot wait to bet.
The best horse in Melbourne at the moment.
Ability.
Hartnell.
See you guys.
See you.